What's up, everyone? All right, so we're going to do the recap here for today. So, remarkably, I'm red on PBTS. It's up 200%. But, you know, by the time I was trading this, I was trading it with too much size because I was trying to recoup losses. And so I was getting in for breakouts. It was only going up like 2 cents. And I was catching flushes, stopping out, then getting back in on the next breakout. And I did that like 3 times and just so stupid. Let's go back to the beginning of the day with Jan. So Jan was the first stock I traded this morning. This one popped up to about 450, then up to just under 5. And it's one of the ones I was green on. I actually, you know, there's an interesting moral to the story today, but we'll get into that in a second. So it squeezes up here and I bought it. As it moved higher, I got a trade around this pullback right in here. Squeezed up to a high of 488, pulls back, comes up at the open, and then flushes hard. Comes up again, does the same thing. Flushes hard a second time, a third time, and a fourth time. But it still got me right here. I got in on this 1 minute pullback thinking it was finally breaking out, and I got caught in that flush. And so we had that pullback there. And then, let's see, the next one that I traded was AUVI, which I'm also red on. AUVI, so I got into a bad trade on this one. You know, initially through this area, we got a really nice move as it broke through 270, squeezed up to 304, a nice break of 304, up to 326. I added right here a pretty big position, and it ended up rejecting and dropping here back down. And so this is the one that actually put me from green to red. It came back up a little bit, but I didn't hold through that pullback, and it ended up going lower. APVO, this one was pre-market, lighter volume, but clearly had moved quite a bit earlier. It was right under the VWAP, and I was like, you know what, let me give it a try, because if it breaks through 50 and goes to 68, maybe we could reclaim the top of that candle. It didn't, and that was pre-market. I lost 500 on that one. So that was kind of a bummer. And then we had AERC, which I did okay on. Pre-market, not much action, but then at the open, we got this nice squeeze. So the way the trading day played out today, I went up $611 on Jan and I think AUVI. And then I went to red 500 with a loss on AERC and I think maybe also AUVI. And then I got myself back to up about 800 after the AERC final trades. And at that point, it was like 9:45 and I said, should I stop right here? I was up 600, then down 500, now I'm up 800. And the answer is yes, I should have. But I didn't. I kept trading. And then I took the $3,000 loss on AUVI, and that put me from up, 800 to down 2,500. After that, I tried to recoup losses. And I started on PBTS as it broke $1. So my first trade was at $1.01, and that was way back here. So I got in right here, and this should have been just the red flag just to walk away, but whatever. So I got in right here at 99 cents. It pops up to $1.02. I sold at $1.01, and I was up 300, but only 100 after commissions. My commissions on that trade were $200. Made $100. Comes back up right here. I didn't take that trade. Comes back up right here, and I got back in on this trade. And I added at 105, and then I sold the whole thing at 106. And then I added back at 110, and then I sold at 108. And then I added back at 110, and took profit as it squeezed up to 119. And with that, I was up on the day about $500. But I was still red after commissions by about 1,000. So I still knew I had 1,000 to go. I got back in at 20. I sold at 22. You know, each time my commissions are $100, $200 on this trade. So my commissions in total on this stock are $1,500. No, sorry. I think they might be a little bit more than that. No, actually, that's about right. It halts up. I'm not in it. On resumption, I bought right here. It squeezes up, and then I added right here for the break of 30, and right there lost, stopped out at 12. Full, like 15-cent loss from a 125 average, or whatever. Big flush. Then I got back in as it came back up here. So I panic sell. Then I'm back in here with the same size I was just in. And then I stopped out again right here. Then it comes back up again. So I suppose that's the definition of over trading. Buying breakouts, not getting breakouts, and then it flushes. Selling on the flush, getting back in for the breakout, and then again, false breakout, catching another flush. So I did that several times, and it cost me. So disappointing. You know, this is day 8 of trading, day trading in Martha's Vineyard. So through day 1 through 7, I made about 20,000 in total profits, day 1 through 7. Pretty good. The goal was 1,000 a day, so the goal was to be at 8,000. So 20 was pretty good. Well, now today I've given back 7,500 plus another 2,500 in commissions. So basically what you have there are 7 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps forward, and then a huge step back today, which is the equivalent of giving back, you know, half of that. So 7 steps forward over 7 days, and then one day I gave back 3 steps, 3.5 steps. And that, I think that's the reality for a lot of traders. I mean, it's the reality for me. It's just the way it's always been. That it's like slow grind up and then drop, slow grind up and then drop, slow grind up and then drop. And I'm frustrated because I should have walked away today when I said out loud, should I walk away right now? And the answer was yes. Why didn't I stick with my gut on that? Why didn't I actually do it? I guess you could only say FOMO. Fear of missing out, right? That's the only reason. Rather than being content with a $500-600 day, I pushed it. And so, you know, now I've got to sit with a loss. And if I watch this thing go up to, you know, break out on this 5-minute pattern and go to $1.50, $1.60, I'm going to be livid. I'm going to be so upset. And here it is, noontime. I've spent the whole day sitting in front of my computer on the traveling trading station. This is the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. So now I'm triply disappointed. I'm disappointed that I overstayed my welcome. I'm disappointed that after going red, I tried to dig out and then went further red. I'm disappointed that I've, as a result, spent this whole morning sitting here instead of enjoying being away. And 4, I'm upset that now I'm going to be thinking about this for the rest of the day. And I'm going to be pissed off. So, it is what it is. That's trading. You didn't already know, it's not only risky, it's extremely frustrating at times, and I don't know anyone that doesn't go through this. This is just the way it is. I wish there was a different way, but I don't know anyone that doesn't go through this. So, at the end of this 9 days of being here, the goal was 9,000. And after today, I'm sitting at about, well, let's see, 9,600. Yeah, about $9,600. Not including tomorrow. So if I don't trade tomorrow, then I'll have finished this 9-day stretch here exactly where I wanted. And it feels terrible. Isn't that funny? Well, I guess I better get a grip and be grateful for the 9,000 before I go and throw that out the window while I'm at it. Because that's what happens. You start to lose sight of what you have. You're not grateful for the 800 you have or whatever it is. You throw it out the window, chasing the next winner, chasing the next winner, chasing the next winner. And next thing you know, you've got nothing. So I still have 9 from this, 8 days of being on the traveling trading station, and that's good. I have to remember that. That's good. Because when I'm no longer grateful for that, I give it away and it's gone. And today, I tried as hard as I could to dig myself out of the hole. And when you're trying to dig yourself out of the hole, you're desperate. And I was being desperate. I was over trading with big size, a cheap stock that I don't like, with a float that's too high. And I kept getting chopped out. So, what did you expect? For it to just squeeze straight up? I mean, sometimes that happens, but, well, that wasn't a realistic expectation. And the frustrating thing is that, the longer I sit here, the more I see this 5-minute pattern, and it looks good. But I can't possibly. So the best thing for me is just to stop looking and come back tomorrow. So that's the game plan. Trading, as always, is risky. Most beginner traders lose money. Even experienced traders like me, we fall into the bear traps and the bull traps, and we get frustrated. It's an emotional career. It's almost impossible to separate the emotions from trading. So that's it for me, and I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.